नासी नवा के आगे नासी पढ़ी वसी बलावल फुटो सरदारी चयवात पाकिस्तान पानी जे खोट के मुड़ी रहियो आहे लोका जहिड़ी सूरत-हाल आहे खुराक जी खोट वारे मसइले ते पाकिस्तान किरदार अदा करण चाहे थो। अमेरिका में गुज़िरियल कौमनि जे ग्लोबल फूड सिक्योरिटी जे हवाले सां इजलास खे ख़िताब कंदे पढ़ी वसी बलावल फुटो सरदारी चयो त मौसमियाती तब्दीलियुनि सबबि ग़िज़ा जी खोट जो ख़दशो आहे। चैलेंजिस खे मुंहुं ॾियण लाइ असांखे मुतहद थियणो पवंदो। आगाह कई विया खे पढ़ी वसी बलावल भुट्टो ज़रदारी चयो पाकिस्तान पानी जी खोट के मुड़ी रहियो आहे लोका जहिड़ी सूरत-हाल आहे खुराक जी खोट वारे मसइले ते पाकिस्तान किरदार अदा करण चाहे थो।
Resources to make donations to key humanitarian organizations will help provide immediate life-saving assistance. The call for the United Nations member states with large stockpiles to provide in-kind donations. The call for the United Nations member states to keep food and agriculture markets open and avoid unjustified restrictive measures. The call for the United Nations member states with available resources to increase fertilizer production. The call for United Nations member states to support small-holding farmers through financial, logistical and infrastructural support. And the call for United Nations member states to increase their investment into develop and implement climate-smart agriculture innovations. And the call for the United Nations member states to monitor markets affecting food systems to ensure full transparency are important. This ambitious roadmap is most welcome. It will not only motivate countries who have resources to meet challenges, but will also provide assurances to those of us who face challenges due to limited resources. Despite resource challenges and limited resources, Pakistan has never shirked our responsibility in times of a humanitarian crisis. Pakistan is playing a leadership role in advocating for humanitarian aid to the people of Afghanistan. We have provided humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan and to the Ukraine despite our limited resources, and we are aware of our obligations. If we are to deal comprehensively with the challenge of food security in the world today, we must have an equally comprehensive roadmap to deal with the existential crises of our time, which we all face: the climate crisis, the COVID pandemic, and global conflicts. Your Excellencies, hunger has no nationality. Poverty does not care for the color of our skin. Viruses, bacteria, and infections do not recognize borders. Extreme temperatures, rising sea levels, and the threat of climate catastrophe do not recognize ethnicities. The wars of men, geopolitical strife, and conflict have followed us throughout human history. They aggravate the challenge of poverty and hunger and create humanitarian crises in their wake. Conflict further divides humanity at a time when we need unity the most. The new generation look to world leaders to unite to meet the challenges of our time. Our generation expects unity. Where the existential threat of a new pandemic should have united humanity, instead, initially, we saw the politicization of science, disinformation campaigns, and domestic and international political rivalries poisoning the debate around our global response. We still need to come together in the face of a global health catastrophe to truly end this pandemic and ensure that vaccines and healthcare are a right and not a privilege. As things stand, the global health and economic impact of this crisis is still to be seen in its entirety. The climate crisis continues to pose an existential threat to the human race.